back and we will get caught up. Okay, good morning. I think I'm set up here. Happy Wednesday. I thought we would chat a little bit before we get started. Tell me where you're from, where you're watching from, and if you are watching or if you have a project and what you're working on. So you'll have to tell me. I'm gonna try to, Karen asked me last time if I could have somebody reading my comments while I'm working. And so I thought, I do have an iPad. So I'm gonna log in through my iPad so that I can see any comments while I'm working. So, Cooper, there's some people down the road here cleaning chimney. Actually, no, it's a little dog. He hates little dogs. I don't know why. He's crazy. I don't know. That boy. He is a Cavapoo, he's a mix between a Cavalier and a Poodle. And he was supposed to be cute, red, and curly. And let me show you him. Cooper, see, there he is. He looks more like a Cavalier, less like a Poodle, but honestly, I think he acts more like a Poodle. He's a nervous Nelly. Anytime it rains or anything like that, he just cowers and runs into my closet if I'm not home. And so bless his little heart. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. All right, let me see if I can bring this up here. Magda, is that how you say it? Hi and welcome. Today I'm working on a few projects. So if you've been with me the last few lives, you know I'm working on a project for myself. I'm working on a bookcase, and I'll tell you what, it was a mess. And I don't know, I don't know, it was just like, it was the right shape that I wanted for myself. I actually got it from a local friend who also does furniture. Arturo, hello from Texas. Fellow Southern person here. I'm in Oklahoma, so we're really close. I bet you're hot too. I came back from a bike ride, so I'm already hot. I figured I'm hot, I might as well just go ahead and go on a bike ride because it's hot already. So anyway, I did get the bookcase from a local friend. She also refinishes furniture, and she actually mainly paints. She's a chalk painter, and so she loves that. Can I see wash on your feet? No. Indonesia, it's hot here all along. Probably, are you humid too? Phyllis, welcome from Houston. I bet you're hot. I have friends down in Houston. They say it's just super humid. My husband's in the natural gas industry and probably should move to Houston because that's where all of the, big companies are. But we're here in Oklahoma, and I don't know, Houston, it's really hot there, even more so than here. Okay, I cannot bring this up on my thing. I'll have to get my kids. Hi, Jeremy, DC Metro. Are you hot? I know I've got Beth and Kim are out there. Is it hot where you are? Or humid? They've been having crazy weather. I guess, I don't know. I've never been to DC. You just never have. My husband has, but I haven't. I need to. I should come out sometime. All right, so let me see if I can get this to work. Let me show you where I'm at on the bookcase. 90 and humid today. Okay, so it's already humid. Let me tell you what my temperature is. I'm only at 79. Now, I did work out, so obviously I'm sweating. But, it's a sign that you're a real adult when it's hot outside and you're still drinking a hot liquid. Normally I drink coffee, but I'm drinking green tea right now. So I figure my mom, she used to always drink black coffee, even when it was like super duper high. And so I don't know. I guess I'm officially an adult now because I drink hot stuff in the summer. So still working on the bookcase. This is the one I'm just kind of working like in the margins of my time because this one's for myself. So I'm trying to kind of, work as I have time. And it is so many repairs. It's crazy. So I'm gonna turn it around and I'm gonna show you where I'm at on it and kind of give you an idea of where I'm going. Okay, I have it on its side, so it's kind of hard to tell. But there is an arched door here and then two glass. So this is all glass and these are wood. So I have been doing, this was veneered and it was all coming off. So I took the veneer off here and I took the veneer off here. Now this is getting painted. I mean, this thing, you can't see it in person, but my gosh, this thing is just, it was just a mess. So here's one of the shelves and it looks amazing, but it was absolutely like rippled. So much water damage. I glued this down, clamped it, and now it looks better. I took off the veneer on the back. Since this is getting painted, I'm not super concerned about it. Again, I took the veneer off of this one. You can see it's even a little warped. There's some damage. If I was selling this, I would fix it, but it's for me. I had to re-veneer that area. I had to put 2 layers. I think this is the one I put 2 layers on. So this is not the same as this. This is, well, I don't know what this is. This is mahogany maybe. This is walnut. But I don't care. I just, you know, want it on there because I'm going to paint over it. And so the rest of these, I've had to glue them all up because they're just wonky. I think what happened is there was water damage on one side because it seems like a lot of the water damage is kind of focused on this side. But you can see I've had to replace some of the molding here. It's slightly bigger than the molding here, but visually, honestly, I don't think it makes a big difference. But so many repairs. I mean, there's this veneer right here attached to here, and oh, so much of this was just loose. So just glued up, clamp, 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 clamp. It's just been forever. This area I had to glue up because it was also loose. And so it's finally laying down a little bit. Take that off. So this was all up and now it's better. And then I've had to re-veneer this part. I re-veneered underneath here and I re-veneered on the top. Again, you're not gonna see this, but I wanted a nice veneer layer before I put my paint over it. So that's what I've mainly been working on. And now today I'm gonna start working, I've already been working, but I'm gonna start working on the doors. Now, the doors have lots of little bitty pieces of veneer. If I have the veneer, I've glued it back on, but there's a lot of areas that I just don't have it. So I'm gonna get some wood fill. Now, I have a new one that was sent to me I'm gonna try today. This is called Bond Care Wood Putty. Got it on Amazon. So I'm gonna try this one today and see how it works. We'll see. So I'm just gonna fill in, I'm gonna actually, because this is the front of the piece, I'm gonna put a new piece of veneer there. But honestly, on the back, because I'm painting this, I'll probably use the wood fill. So I have extra little pieces of veneer and I'm just gonna glue all of them in. Now I've got all of these little bitty pieces of, I don't know what you call it, fretwork, I guess. But see this? These little pieces, they go inside the doors. And so the ones on the small doors are in pretty good shape. But this is the arched fretwork. And as you can see, I'm missing veneer a lot, all over there and there. And so, and you can see here, it's like, let me see, it's coming up. So just so many tiny little repairs. Here's the door that, this is the middle door. It's an arch, and this is why I bought it. I was looking and looking and looking for a piece for my house that was kind of, I needed to use it as a bookcase, but I wanted something with some character. And the reason I liked it was the arch. And then if you'll notice on the front, it's like a step up in the middle. So it just kind of gives it a little bit more presence and a little more style. And the other thing I liked about it is the curves. This is all curved. See that? It's just so beautiful. And so I love that. It's not a hard angle. This is all curved. And so it just has, I know it's in really rough shape, but I like the lines of it. So we're just gonna try to make it work. And then you might have seen my live last week. This is the other set I'm working on. This is a really cool set. I've already taken all the brass accents off this one, and I'm gonna take them off this one today. So the story on this one was I found it with a couple other pieces locally, and it's actually a custom set. It was made by a master craftsman for a friend for a wedding present. I mean, this thing, burlwood, all the brass accents, solid wood. I mean, can you imagine what that would be worth today and how much time it took him to do that? I am just shocked. I'm just I just love it. So see if I can get it open. Hang on. Because they have a little plaque on the inside. Let me grab a screwdriver here. Let me find the plaque and I'll show it to you. It's not in that one. Okay, here it is. So it says right here, it says designed and built by Dean House. That was the guy's name, especially for Dick and Jane Lawler. So, I mean, pretty cool. I actually kept, there's more to the set. There's a king size headboard, there's a desk, a little stool, these two pieces, and two taller chests that are three drawers. I kept all that for myself. The headboard is in storage. Let me see if I see, oh, the little table's over there. Do you see it? There's the little table right there. It's just missing the top. I'm gonna keep that. But honestly, I don't have anywhere to put these. And so I'm debating, do I split it up? Do I keep it and just wait for a spot in my house, you know, as I redecorate or whatever? My daughter said she would take him in her room. But Sawdust Story, yay. Welcome. Seems we're talking weather. It's so hot. Now, Sawdust Story, she has a YouTube channel too, so go check her out. She does amazing work. She's been in a couple of my challenges, so go check her out. This is the other one that I did recently. Do you guys remember this one? This one got so much. Lot of comments on this one. People were mad because I painted it. But I recently toned the base. So the base was originally this color. This is one coat of cognac in the Osmo. And I felt like it needed to go darker. And so this is Hickory by Varathane. And funny enough, as soon as I changed the base, I did lower the price a little bit. I started at $1,400, which, I mean, it's American in Martinsville. I think it's worth it. But down to $1,000 and changed the base, and somebody wants to come pick it up today. Go figure. So we'll see. I don't know. But I've still got Kate's armoire. It's still for sale. And I just finished the French Provincial, which I would show you, but it's all covered up and it's my video for this week. So I don't want to give away the surprise. So it was the one I was working on last week. And so it's a Century, beautiful, just gorgeous. Oh, hey, Kate. Hey, Kate, my daughter's here, hang on. Would you help me log on to YouTube? Now, Kate is flipping furniture with me this summer. So you'll see her, there she is. And so she did the armoire, and now she's working on some nightstands. So she just graduated from college in May, and she'll be, not college, she just graduated from high school. And so she's going to college in the fall. And so for this first year, she's going to be flipping furniture with me in her spare time. So next summer, she'll be going off to college, and so she'll get a regular job. But for right now, we're enjoying spending some time together. So how did you do that? I tried to go into it, but
Are you mean TikTok?
No, I meant YouTube.
We're on YouTube, okay.
Is it there?
Sorry, it's just old. So
Okay, so she's gonna try to bring it up. So that's what I'm gonna work on today. So I'll try to watch for comments as we work. We only have until 10. 'Cause it seems like if I go past an hour that I just drop my audio and things kind of start going wonky. So anyway, let me know if you have any questions or if you have any projects that you're working on. I wanna hear what you're doing. So I'm going to turn the camera around and get started on some veneer repair on these doors and see if I can get this bookcase. I am so ready to get this bookcase primed because I need it. The books are piling up in my house, so I really need it. So I'm going to turn around and get ready, and then I'll take a break in about 15-20 minutes and chat again. Okay, thanks. You want to just put it on the table there?
Someone said I should keep the nightstand.
Yeah. I told them that you want to use it. I think.
Do I do the printing?
Yeah, put it right here.
Oh, put it right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
It's still kind of bubbling.
That's fine. Kate, would you do me a favor? Would you turn the fan on? And would you grab me my hand too? Might help me.
This is pretty delayed, but
It's fine.
And just where did you?
It's in the laundry room.
Okay. I'll just set it right here.
some of it broke off. Yikes. It's the only problem with using old veneer. It's brittle. Trying to replace it with something old, but this is so brittle. Do you guys have any suggestions? Yes, the cicadias are already singing this morning for here too. How do you say your name? Is it Corla? Yes, I am working. Let me recap. I'm working on this bookcase, and the doors have a lot of damage on them. So I'm painting the whole thing, so I'm not overly concerned with it, but I do like it to be consistent. So on the front, and this is for me, by the way, there's some veneer damage. I've already fixed a lot and glued down what I have. Sorry, you probably can't hear me with my neck fan. So I'm trying to replace some of the areas on the front, and then I'm going to, any areas on the back, I'm just gonna fill those in with some wood filler. I'm not super concerned, but I kind of want that wood texture look on the front, even when I paint it. So I'm not going for like a glossy look or anything. So I'm trying to use some of the veneer that I've taken off to repair it. And I already cut my finger once. So I'm trying to be careful, but this is very brittle. This is some of the original veneer that came off on some of the areas. So I'm trying to use it to replace some of the veneer. So you can see that tiny one is really hard. So what I might do is do this one instead. Problem is like this is not a full piece. Oh, that one might work. Might be easier just to glue it in. Yeah, that's a good point, Anya. I could do that. I don't know if later on down the road I want to refinish it. I don't know. It's for me. I don't know if I'll ever get it to where I want to refinish it. But of course, then I would want, that's why I was trying to use some of the original veneer. But I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. Especially on those tiny ones, that's going to be very difficult to find. Very difficult to cut. So maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just pivot. You saw, I already cut myself once on this. Oh man. So this is the new one I got. This is called Bond Cart Wood Putty. I've never tried it. They sent it to me from Amazon. So maybe we'll just try it. Let's see what it says. It says excellent adhesion, easy to polish, moderate hardness. So I'm assuming this would not be good for a structural repair. Wouldn't be something you'd want to use on a corner, but obviously in this application, I think I would be okay. Let's see if I can get this open. See what they sent this little applicator with it. It's a nice consistency. Let's just try it. Whoops, I'm messy. I'm gonna leave it a little proud so that I can sand it back. Hang on, let me get something to wipe up the excess. Okay, let's try that. Let's see what else we have here. This is a big area, but I don't know how I feel about it being on a corner. We'll see. It would be a lot quicker just using the fill. I might have to do 2 rounds, but okay, so there's the 2 on this side. Let me go grab, I have a few more doors. Let me grab those and we'll try it on that too. Oops. Actually, that one looks good. All right, here's the big arched door, and I do have some areas that need some attention. So you see that area right there? I'm gonna try to fill that one. I'm a messy filler. I should tape it off is what I should do. But I never think about that until later. Or if I think about, hey, I should make a reel about that. And then I'll actually tape it off. Otherwise, I just flat out forget. Usually I'm just in a hurry. I try not to be in too big a hurry though, because I always make mistakes when I'm in too big a hurry. Okay, we'll try that. There's a few other little areas I think it'd be good for. Like tiny little gouges. I think that would be good there. Some of these I'll, you know, when I paint it, the primer will reveal all the areas that I'll need to go back in and fill too. Okay, let me see here. I'm not sure what kind of hardware I'm going to put on this. It had locks, but I don't have locks. And I want it to be practical to open and close it. So I have kind of filled in some of the locking mechanisms. And I have to think about, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. Especially on the bottom ones. But I still have the locks here. So I may just replace them with vintage. I'm not sure, you know, vintage reproduction. I'm not sure. Something that I can hang a tassel from, that would be beautiful. I love a good tassel. Okay, let's try some of this wood fill on the body. Still have a few areas that I think need to be filled. I know that sometimes it's hard to tell. Like that feels smooth, but it doesn't look smooth. So more than likely, I'll have to just do a whole round of fill on this once I prime it. Good morning, T. Oh, you're in Philly. Overcast and humid. Oh, another mistake. What happened? Sprayed paint that was too wet as a final coat. Oh my goodness. We've all been there. At least I know I have. I hate, you know, top coats can totally be my nemesis, where I'm just like, you know, you think it's perfect, and then you go to put your top coat on, and it's drippy. I've had that happen. But what a mess. So let's see, we'll let this wait for, I'll let this wait a little bit and see how it sands. But like I said, this is new to me, Bond Cartwood Putty. We'll see. It says it's for repairs, dents, cracks, scratches, and on any color. So I don't know, maybe it's, I think you can mix it with stain, maybe. It's too little, I can't read it. I'll have to, you can look it up, it's on Amazon, but we'll see, I don't know. We'll see how that does. I don't know how long it takes to, it doesn't say, actually I've got my glasses, let me look. I need to see how long I can, here it says, okay, it says surface drying time about 6 hours. What? The actual drying time is 24. Well, wow, that's a long time. My goodness. It is a water-based product. It says easy sanding. So it says the base should be kept dry and free of any particles, scrape directly to the part to be repaired, scrape flat, and then sand smooth after drying. Wow, 6 hours. That's a long time. Not sure about that one, but we'll give it a go. On a project I'm not in a hurry on, that would be fine, but wow. 6 hours, I'm not so sure about that. All right, well, let's let that dry and let's pivot over here. Lori, you are shopping paint. Do I recommend Sherwin-Williams Emerald urethane trim enamel? I used to use that, yes, but I don't use it anymore. I use Gallery Series by same thing, by Sherwin-Williams. It's it has to be sprayed is the only thing. So if you don't have a sprayer, you know, you'll have to use that, get a sprayer. But it is even better, and I feel like it's a harder cure, you know, than even the Emerald. Sometimes the Emerald, and I started using Benjamin Moore Advance, but it's a 16-hour recoat time, and I felt like in my climate, I don't know why, it took forever to dry. I mean, like way past the 30-day cure mark. And so I was like, okay, this is not working. Not when you're trying to, you know, churn out furniture. You can't have a, you know, 30-day cure before you know, try something. But yes, the Emerald is really good. And it's like I said, I used it for about the first year until I found some other ones. And I really liked the Command Paint by Benjamin Moore. But again, it's spray only. And I find with the Command that I get texture in it. And so I have to add, at least in my climate, I have to add Floetrol to it in order to not get texture. And so when a friend of mine recommended the Gallery Series by Sherwin-Williams, and so I tried it, and it's been my go-to now. Now, honestly, I have tried a few others that you have to order online, and one I tried, it's called, I don't know if you say iCro or eCro. It's ICRO. You have to order it. It's an Italian coating. Honestly, it's the best paint I've ever used. And it's not much more expensive than anything else. You just have to order it, but they can match any color, any common, you know, color that you find at like Sherwin-Williams or Benjamin Moore or Farrow and Ball. And so they can match all those colors. But honestly, I will probably use that, the Ecro, when I redo my kitchen cabinets someday. So I would love to paint them. We have kind of a darker kitchen. It's dark wood for one. No, I shouldn't say dark. It's medium, and it is beautiful. But we only have one window in there, and it actually goes to a covered patio, and so there's just not a lot of natural light in there, and so the wood just sucks out all the light, and so I really feel like it needs a brighter color. And so that's what we're kind of going for. I don't know what color. I mean, we've been in this house 4 years, and it's hard because it is a beautiful kitchen. But the granite is outdated, but then I feel bad because the granite is granite. I mean, it's a natural stone. So I'm like, feels weird replacing it, but the house is 15 years old, so it's kind of that Tuscany look, with the tumbled backsplash, and then it has kind of that really busy granite. So again, I love granite. I love having a solid stone because I can put hot stuff on it. That's wonderful, but I don't know. All right. Let me, definitely check out I've been sanding my first dresser. Yay, Lori, good for you. It might be a bit of a learning curve because the gallery is something that has to be sprayed. It's a little thin, so just be careful not to go too heavy, and you should be okay. I'm going to tip this over and work on getting off those brass legs. Let me get something to put my hardware in, though. Okay, this must be my bag. See how yucky that is? We'll get that all polished up. Yes. I know that veneer is stunning. This is such a special piece. I just don't know what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna keep it or if I'm gonna let it go. I don't know. Like I said, I have the 2 tall chests, and I'm using them in my room. Oops. Kind of hard to do this with the tripod. Hi, Rosa. Thanks for joining us. I know. I feel the same, Anya. I'm really torn because I think, oh my goodness, it's like an heirloom piece. And because I have the whole set, so I have 2 tall chests that match this. And I have a king-size headboard, and I have a little stool, which you can kind of see over there. And then I also have these two, and then I have a desk that I'm actually using in my room as well. So I really don't have a spot for these, but I kind of hate to break up the whole set. And so I think, well, maybe my kids would want them someday. But you know how it is when you're saving stuff for your kids. I want someone to be able to enjoy it now too, you know, instead of just, they've been sitting in storage for a year. And so, I don't know. I'm torn. Part of me is like I should keep them, but I don't have anywhere for them. And then part of me is like I should give them a chance for someone else to enjoy them and just sell them. I don't know. They're too short. These are too short to use as nightstands. And so, you know, because everybody's beds are taller. That's why I'm actually using the chest as my nightstand in my room, because they're so tall. Because everybody's beds nowadays are so much taller than they were, you know, mid-century stuff. So, I don't know. Think it'd be criminal, huh? I don't know. Well, part of me is like, well, someone else could enjoy it too. But maybe if one of my kids move out soon, they could take them and we could at least keep it in the family. That would be my other thing. You know, I have one sister, and so maybe she would want them. At least I could keep it in the family. I don't know if my kids, Kate likes them, but like I said, they're too short. What about living room end tables? Well, I already have some. Like I've already refinished one for myself that I love. And it's a Century Chin Hue. It's also, you could tell I like Asian stuff. I have another Baker one that I refinished that I use. And so I also like to use different stuff. You know, I don't want everything to be the same, you know, and so to have to have too much of the same in my house, I kind of like an eclectic feel in my house. And so that would be the other thing, is I don't want to, since I'm already using these in my room, and so don't know if I want to use them somewhere else in my house, because I like to kind of, I don't know, I like an eclectic look. This one's being stubborn. Come on. I don't know if I could extend the legs or not. Maybe. I'm not sure. The other thing is I don't have a lot of spots for, the weird thing is in my house, the way it's laid out is I have a lot of open areas. So not a lot of areas where like these don't have a finished back. Like I have a garden room that I use, but it's all open. And so I need something that maybe can look good from all sides. And so in my living room, I only have one table, and then I have a small one because we have a sectional that just takes up too much space. Bottom line. Hang on, let me see if I gotta get something else, see if I can get this off. Okay, well, I just realized it's 10, almost 10, so I'll have to wrap up. I usually lose my audio at about an hour. So I will get the rest of that off, and then I will probably, I'm not going to strip them. They don't really need that much help. Mainly, they'll be beautiful once I can get that brass cleaned up, and I don't know what, the top has a little bit of damage on it, so I may have to do just a little bit on it, but I'll be working on those. And then hopefully next week I'll have some progress. I hope next week I can get this bookcase primed. That's my goal. So anyway, I appreciate you guys joining me, and I will see you next week for Work With Me Wednesday.